So I've been using the Zoom H6E for a little bit over a year now, and I think I made the right choice in buying it. Let's get into it. What's good, y'all? Thank you for checking out the channel, checking out the video. Take a second to like and subscribe. And before I get into it, this video is not sponsored. I'm not getting endorsed. I paid full price for everything. That being said, it's been an interesting journey using this recorder. It really has been interesting taking this recorder into different venues, from theaters to bars to clubs to performance type of centers to churches, and seeing how it performs in different environments with different genres of music and different musicians and different singers, the whole nine. Even having the ability to record rehearsal and then put this audio recorder in someone else's hands and being like, listen back, this is what we did, this is how we approached it, this is what the intro was, this is what the outro was. This thing really has truly came in handy. I've enjoyed using it, to say the least. It really has performed well in multiple settings, and it has been consistent at doing so. And with that consistency, it has integrated super well with equipment and technology, if you will, that I've been using for a while anyways. So I decided I wanted to make a video about it because prior to buying it, a lot of the videos that I was seeing, it didn't really feel like they were really pushing this thing to its absolute limits, right? And I figured I might as well shoot my shot. So one of my favorite things about this audio recorder is the ability to be able to record the individual channels to an SD card, and then taking that SD card and putting it in my laptop, exporting those stems into my music production software, and then enhancing that audio and creating that masterpiece mix that we all just love to hear, that we never get tired of hearing, right? So that has been my favorite thing about using this. As advertised, this audio recorder comes with what is known as 32-bit float, which basically allows you to have a tremendous amount of headroom when it comes down to recording the different input channels, to the point where you almost don't have to set your levels or set your gain in order to get good quality audio recordings. The bass guitar that I play, as well as the amp that I play through, it's putting out quite a bit. And I'm going to front of house with that output, but also running it directly into my audio recorder by way of splitting the DI out of the head. And in doing so, it does come in kind of hot into here, and I do have to lower it a little bit, which is pretty simple to do, honestly. You really just hitting the mixer function, and then you're hitting your scroll wheel on the side with the enter button, and then you're just simply selecting that channel and just lowering it. The other thing that I like about this audio recorder is that it also is simply just an audio recorder. It has the two built-in XY microphones, and you get to record the room and the sound of the room. A lot of times I'll set my audio recorder just right on top of the amp, of my bass amp, and it is picking up plenty of bass, as well as the kick drum, because 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty close to the drummer. They also have alternative microphones that you can get, and you can literally just swap out the capsules and put on a different one. I haven't experimented with those yet. I haven't tried them out yet. The different attachments that they have at the top, I haven't tried them out yet, but in the future, I'm definitely looking forward to experimenting with some of those. I believe they even have one that has additional XLR 1/4 inch combo inputs, as well as an 1/8 inch input as well. So definitely gonna be checking that out when I get the chance. The microphones have just been great. And it kind of reminds you that it's just a recorder as well. Now, when it comes down to sending the audio that you're receiving into the audio recorder, into, say, your phone or into a camera, in my experience, it didn't exactly go according to plan, but it ended up working out anyways. So when I plugged in a regular aux cord into the line out section of my actual audio recorder, and then ran that aux cord into the iPhone adapter and then into my iPhone, it didn't actually work. I don't know why. It didn't work. Like, no audio would actually go into the video. The video would just be silent. I don't know why. But prior to getting this, one of the things that a friend of mine recommended to me is an actual camera mixer. This is the Saramonic SRPAX1, and I bought this for like $100, and I got it to be able to run audio into my phone. And I had to buy a specific cable in order to do that. And it's a cable that's made by Saramonic, and it's literally an 1/8-inch cable into an iPhone cable. Now, when I paired the Saramonic cable with the Zoom audio recorder, it worked out perfectly. And the way I typically do it is I run my Zoom audio recorder into a headphone extension, which is also like $20. And then I'll run it into my Saramonic cable into my phone. Saramonic cable is kind of short, and that's why I do that. And it works out perfectly. Now, the one thing that I would like to add to the audio recorder, if I was able to, is while you're recording, you're not able to pause the recording. You know how, like, when you're recording a video on your phone, you can pause the video and then continue it whenever you like? This doesn't really have that feature. I don't know why. It would be perfect if it did, but it don't. And reason why is because even though I'm using like an SD card that has like 256 gigabytes, you still end up with a lot of audio that you end up not even using. And part of that is because you can't pause the recording. The other thing that I would add to this, if I was able to, was on the side of it, that's where they put the enter button and the scroll wheel. And that's for navigating your way around this audio recorder. You want to go to recordings that you've recorded in the past and play back and listen to them. If you want to make an adjustment to the mix or what have you, you're typically using the scroll wheel and the enter button to do that. I think it would be better if they changed the location of where it's at. They have it on the side of the audio recorder, which is cool, it works, but I think it would be better if it actually was on the front of the interface, because this is where all the important stuff is essentially happening. If you want to turn on a channel, turn the channel off, if you want to go to the mixer, or if you want to go to another recording, everything is happening on the front side of the interface. And I think it would be better if that's where it was at, just because if you're at a gig, if you're at a rehearsal, if you're in the middle of playing, or if you're in the midst of things, it can be a little cumbersome adjusting it from the side versus the front. Now, mind you, I came from the iRig Pro 2, or whatever this is, Pro Duo 2, and I've liked using it. It's definitely gotten the job done, and I still will use it in certain situations, like if I want to do like a duet video, where it's like I'm side by side with another person on social media, that sort of thing. This actually works pretty well, but overall, this is just a better option. I'm sorry, but it just is, because whereas this will struggle with handling volume, this isn't even breaking a sweat. So I'm not trying to get you to spend any money, but if you're looking to spend some money on a quality audio recorder, it's right here. So all that being said, I definitely think it's worth the money. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you for checking this out, and I'll see y'all later.